Plyometric exercises are a training method that is used for athletes to improve their muscular power. It is also a method of training that also helps develop other fitness components such as agility, changing direction, and speed. Plyometrics are a specific type of exercise. They are an eccentric contraction that is followed by a rapid concentric contraction. So what that means is that firstly the muscle eccentrically contracts, it gets longer as it's under load, and then it is followed by a rapid concentric. So the muscle gets longer and then it shortens. This type of exercises uses the stretch reflex within the joint. So when a joint is stretched, so it's eccentrically contracting, because the body doesn't want to overstretch, it will naturally activate that stretch reflex to assist that rapid concentric contraction. So that is what plyometric exercises are like. And after this, I'll show you some examples. Just going to talk through some guidelines with plyometric exercises, because plyometric exercises are quite different than other types of training. As stated that they are a rapid contraction, it's important that all plyometrics are performed explosively. And that is because to develop muscular power, we are trying to exert a force over a maximal force over a short period of time. So therefore all the movements need to be maximal and powerful and explosive. Because this is a more high intensity type of training method, it's important that athletes have a reasonable level of strength training before they embark on a plyometrics program. How many reps? It's often a big question. So what the literature shows is that for one session, the athlete does between 70 and 150 touches or repetitions. So let's use these exercises as an example. If I was to choose 5 exercises and I was going to do 5 reps, 5 5s are 25, and if I did 3 sets, that would be 75, so that would be appropriate. If you see a training program that has 25 reps, it's too many. The other consideration is the timing. Because muscular power is using the ATP-CP system, all the exercises within that one set would need to be less than 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're utilizing other energy systems, you're introducing fatigue, and you're not targeting that explosive nature. So with the number of sets, of course, it depends on the number of reps and also the number of exercises. So generally speaking, the reps are low, anywhere from 4 to 8 reps, and for sets, it can be anywhere from 2 to 8 reps. All right, sets. 6 sets. Like I said, it depends how many reps. If you're only doing two repetitions, you might do 6, 7, 8 reps, sets. All right, between the sets. So the repetitions are, you do one exercise, you do another exercise, you do another, say that's 4 reps. Then you need to wait at a ratio of about 1 to 5, because that's the work to rest ratio that is consistent with utilizing the ATP-CP system, 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. So if the exercises that you do, say you do your 5 reps and it takes you 5 seconds, well, you would expect to then wait at least 30 seconds. If you're doing 5 reps and it takes you 10 seconds, you would expect to wait for approximately 1 minute. So the general rest between sets is about 1 to 2 minutes. Because plyometrics is a higher stress on the body, it's used for more experienced athletes, it can be quite fatiguing in terms of creating those minute little muscle tears that actually helps to bring about adaptation. So therefore, you want to make sure there is adequate rest between plyometric sessions. And a guideline is make sure that you've got at least 2 days, 48 hours between sessions. Start gradual. If you're doing box jumps, don't start on a box really high. Start low, and as the weeks progress, progressively overload the intensity by increasing the height. Unfortunately, with plyometrics, because you are jumping on things and it's more powerful and explosive, if you don't have good, correct technique, good stable surfaces, appropriate footwear, and if you don't have a reasonable level of strength, you can get injured. So it's important to consider these. Other important considerations, like all workouts, ensure that you do an adequate warm-up beforehand. So it's just mindful to keep in mind that it is a method of training that has an increased risk of injury, and that's generally due to poor technique and unstable surfaces, and if you don't have an adequate strength level to start off with. So next we'll show you some examples of these so you know what plyometric exercises look like. So it's important to do a warm-up before any activity, before any training session, particularly plyometrics. So we do a warm-up to activate our body systems, our respiratory rate, increase the amount of air we breathe in. That helps deliver more oxygen to the heart. Our heart rate increases to deliver more blood and therefore more oxygen to the working muscles. And our muscles are activated. More muscles are working, are activated to produce force. So all the body systems work together to deliver oxygen to the muscles to prepare us for exercise.
These plyometric exercises are designed for the lower body. As you can see, the amount of time spent doing these plyometric exercises is well under 10 seconds. The number of touches for the whole set should range between 70 and 150. No set of exercises should extend beyond 10 seconds. All exercises should be performed maximally and very powerfully or rapidly. What you just saw then was just a little warm-up before the box jump. This box jump is very small because I'm recovering from a knee injury. Obviously, the more experienced you are, the greater strength you have, then you jump onto a much higher bench. But this is just to show you the different types of plyometrics exercises. As you can see with this one in particular, the body, when it jumps down, performs an eccentric contraction. So the muscle is getting longer, followed by, boom, a concentric contraction. That is what makes up plyometrics training.
Each set of 4 to 8 repetitions should be followed by a rest period of roughly 5 times the time it took to do the exercises, approximately 1 minute.